Well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay back. Excuse me. Randy Replay Randy Replay back at it again. Welcome to Minnesota Vikings football here all across the SSN. We are live, we are online, and we are on the air. Minnesota Vikings fan line will join us a little bit prior to kickoff, but this team coming off the big Thanksgiving Day win, we're very, very thankful. We said you had to walk away with 2 of these 3 games at home, and we try and do that against a very, very beatable, I can say that with confidence now, New York Jets team, or the gosh darn Jets, as they are known around these parts, made famous by that Adam Sandler movie. Minnesota comes into this one 2-9, winners of the last game, as we mentioned, against the Patriots. It looked really bad coming down the stretch. It looks like, well, this team's going to lose again. And then you got Xavier Rhodes sealing the deal. Dalvin Cook getting at what I thought at the time was the record. He did not. It belongs to somebody else. It was just a big debacle at the end of that one. But we're looking ahead and we're looking onward because that's what you have to do in this league. The gosh darn Jets come in with the 22nd ranked defense. They are last, dead last in touchdowns allowed. So we should have no problems scoring. Their red zone defense is number 27 in the league, letting teams score 66% of the time. And their offense it's not good. They have 29 passing touchdowns, but their offense is 25 ranked overall. They're giving the ball away 13 times. And their third down percentage is pretty good at 56%. Of course, Minnesota Vikings third down defense last week, stellar, 0 for 12 against the Patriots. Did not allow a single third down conversion. So that is where we have it. We're going to go look at the injury report for both teams as we normally do. And then we'll get you down here to kickoff. For the Vikings, Zach Davidson was just injured in practice. He appeared on the injury report this week. So he strained his quad. He'll be listed as unavailable for this game. Za'Darius out for 2 more weeks with the torn labrum, and JJ, we get him back next week from his dislocated hip injury. For the Jets, I don't believe they have anybody injured. I lied. Quan Alexander pulled his groin 2 weeks ago. He's still coming back from that. And Quincy Williams, still, I guess, dealing with a high ankle sprain. They are both listed as out for this one. A big game coming down the stretch here. As you see from the standings in the NFC North, it's still really anybody's division behind the Packers. The magical number to beat is 6. As we take a look at the playoff picture, that is the number 7 seed wins for the Washington Commanders, who, if you want to get into the playoffs, you're going to need at least 6 wins as of right now. Now, they could win, they could lose, it could remain at 6, but right now, number 6 is the way to go. And as you can see, the Lions have 5, so they're just on the cusp of that number. So the Lions need to keep losing. We play them next week. They are on a 4-game win streak, I do believe, so they're red hot right now. The Bears, we're 1 game back from the Bears in 3rd. And we're feeling pretty darn good about where this team is right now. Desmond Ridder in his first start in purple gets a win. It was kind of ugly with, I think he had 4 interceptions. Dalvin Cook had an amazing day. And we're looking to repeat and get a win here for everybody at home. After this game, we go away to Detroit. We go to Ford Field. And then we're back here at US Bank for 2 against the Colts and the Giants. And then we're away for 2 against the Packers and the Bears. So we will See what shakes loose today. Kickoff right around the corner. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. And hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay, Minnesota Vikings football, live and on the air. Welcome into US Bank Stadium. Desmond Ridder gets his second straight start in purple. 16 touchdowns, 33 picks, 3,027 yards. And here comes the New York Jets as we see them in the pregame tunnel here. What a beautiful night, or day, however you want to look at it, depending on where you're watching from. The Jets taking the field moments ago. We're going to go over there, little stats, and here come the Vikings taking the field. This is live right now. Player introductions are commencing and going through as we speak, but here we go. Desmond Ridder on the sideline. Minnesota passing offense, 17 touchdowns on the season. They're completing 49%, getting 3,716 yards doing so. For the Jets, it's all about their defense. 17 picks, 3,340 yards allowed, giving up 55% completion percentage to opposing QBs. So Minnesota looking to take advantage of that. Dalvin Cook, big game last week, over 300 yards. A little bit questionable tactics there deployed by Kevin O'Connell, but he wanted to make sure he got Dalvin what we thought at the time was the record. Nobody did their homework in the building. And here comes the kick. And boom! We are underway as Joey Sly, the Sly guy, puts it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. And out comes, we're not going to say it. We're not going to say it. Zach Wilson, the hunter. 2,825 yards on the season. He does have 29 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. Of course, this Minnesota Vikings defense leading the league in picks. So looking to force a couple here at least today. Zach Wilson coming out in the shotgun. He's got Hall to his left. He's going to get the snap. He's going to look right. He's going to throw right, and he's got a wide open receiver. And there is the first completion. It's Wilson to Wilson. 33 yards, my goodness. And that was on Xavier Rhodes, the guy that leads the league in picks. Minnesota plays press coverage, bunch formation under center. The give, and it is, he's not going to be able to bring him down. Eric Kendricks met him in the backfield, and a Breece Hall. Did you see his last week's numbers? He threw away Eric Kendricks like he was nothing. Eric Kendricks, of course, had so many tackles for loss. He was so good last week for us. Now bring up a 2nd and 7. Wilson gets the snap, looks over his options. He throws, caught wide open. Wilson again, and Lewis Cine missed a tackle. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Oh boy. Garrett Wilson, 2 catches on this drive and a touchdown. Lewis Cine went for the home run shot. And that's how this one plays out. Oof. So 6-0. We'll see what happens with the kick here. And the snap, the spot, the kick is away. It's right down the middle. It is good. 3 plays, 76-yard drive, and a 7-0 lead for the Jets. We'll see how Minnesota responds. Excuse me. Jeez. There's the kick. Wong Wu will down it in the end zone. Very rare for him. So here comes Desmond Ridder. Second straight start for the Purple. 3,027 yards, 16 touches against 33 picks. Sorry. And Dalvin Cook is in. They're going to play Dalvin. Of course, he got 52 carries last game. Tons of work. But if it's working, why would you stop? Like, they couldn't stop him. Literally couldn't stop Dalvin last week. Desmond Ridder, though, will start in the shotgun. He gets the snap. Throws, and he's going to overthrow Adam Thielen. And those overthrow inaccuracy issues just haunting this team. Ritter gives Dalvin. Dalvin, no gain. Oh, they're going to give him 1. Very nice. So they're going to give him 1, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9 now. Not a lot of plays designed to get you this amount of yardage. You got to be a little bit crafty, and that's what we're going to try and do. Ritter throws, caught. That is KJ Osborne for the first down on the quick throw. And you hear the baroo. Great throw, Ritter. A little dangerous, but put it on the back shoulder of KJ Osborne. And it goes for, what was that, 12 yards, I do believe? Ritter out of the shotgun. Gives Dalvin. Dalvin, nowhere to go. There is a flag. We'll check it. And it's against Minnesota. Garrett Bradbury on the hold. Push us back a little bit.
Still first down.
Still first down. Thank you, announcer bro. Ritter under center gets the snap. Throws out of a sack, but it's caught Thielen. So Thielen bails out Ritter there. They're going to make up 14 of that. And of course, last week, Adam Thielen, 5 catches, 72 yards. He has amassed 1,000 on the season. I'll bring up 2nd and 5 now. Now what do you do if you're Minnesota? Ritter gets the snap. Throws. He's got Thielen again down the field, and Thielen's going to make it down to the 38. So Desmond Ritter and Adam Thielen connecting. And these fans are loving it. They are loving what they are seeing from this team. No Kirk Cousins. We got Desmond Ritter starting today. Led us to a team on, or led this team. Oh God, Dalvin just got folded. Led this team to a win on Thanksgiving last week. Got to ride the hot hand, you know. You got to. And they're definitely doing that. So 11:35 left to go. 7-0 Minnesota, just outside the Monsoon Air red zone here. There's Dalvin again. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. He's got 14 on the game after a 305-yard performance last week. So no team can stop Dalvin, seemingly, as he's inching his way closer. We didn't check the numbers, but I do believe he is over 1,000 yards this year. That was a goal for him. Ritter coming out in the shotgun. It is play action. Nobody getting open. He's going to throw it away. I think the go-to guy was Adam Thielen there with JJ out, and nothing really happened. Adam Thielen kind of turned up the field. So, that is what it is. Ritter will turn, gives to Dalvin. Dalvin not really going to be able to get much. They're going to give him a yard, but tough running for Dalvin. They are obviously scheming for him today. That's maybe allowing Desmond to get some of these throws off, and we'll see what the Vikings want to do here. On another 3rd down today. So 3rd and 9, here we go. Ritter coming out of the shotgun. He'll wipe his right hand. Throws, and it's picked off. He got undercut. Intended for KJ Osborne, and he got undercut. And we've been saying it all season, you got to come back for these balls if you're the Minnesota Vikings wide receivers. Especially when it's horribly underthrown like this. There's Eric Kendricks teaming up with, looks like Kenny Wilkes, who is out there today. Minnesota playing press coverage to the outside. Here we go. Wilson. Oh, it's picked off. Who is that? Andrew Booth Jr.? That's the rookie with his first interception. Wilson flushed out of the pocket, thrown across the middle, intercepted Andrew Booth Jr. from the slot. And Andrew Booth Jr. gets his first pick in his first little playing time here today. So, wowzers. Wilson out of the shotgun now. And Kenny Wilkes whiffed. And Zachary Wilson will get the touchdown. What in the world is going on right now? Oh my heavens. So Kenny Wilkes whiffed on the diving tackle at a rare miss by Josh Metellus in the anyway, here we go. Make it 14-0 here. Snap. Andrew Booth almost got there. Kick is away, it is good. Andrew Booth almost had a blocked kick. So a 21-yard rushing touchdown for Zach Wilson. I think I called him Zachary Wilson on the call. That's weird. Wong Wu takes from the 1. We'll get up to the 23, and that is where Ritter and Cook will come out. 52 carries, 305 last week. Haven't really been using him that much. Obvious reasons. He's probably tired. So here we go. Desmond Ritter. Shotgun. Gets the snap. Throws. Oh my God, another interception. And he's going to throw off the minutes. Joyner with the pick. I don't know what Ritter saw there. From the 1, Wilson shotgun. Throws and caught. Wilson to Wilson for a touchdown. Oh boy. Zero line to make it a 21-0 game. Kick is away. It is good. Here we go. Third and 13. Got to get something here. You got to get something here if you're the Vikings. Please. Ritter gets the snap. He pump fakes. Thinks he's got a man. And he does. It's Tyler Johnson left side. And Tyler Johnson will hit his dance, whoa. Hit his dance, whoa. So Tyler Johnson gives something to have these fans cheer. Look at this. You got Garrett Bradbury falling over. You got Darisaw ending up blocking nobody. Oh boy. Here we go. Under center now for Ritter. Cook behind him. Gonna give it to the aforementioned Cook, who breaks free, gets 8. They're gonna give him 7. So 7 there for Dalvin. And Ritter will come out in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Short throw across the middle. It's picked, almost like he warped to the ball. And that'll be another turnover for this Minnesota Vikings offense. Jeez. Kendricks coming on the blitz. Wilson has all day to throw. Lewis Seen on the coverage. And that'll force a 3rd and goal now. So here we go. Minnesota playing that back coverage now. Everybody's standing near the goal line. Wilson gets the snap. It's a throw. Caught. Uzama. Big hit. Put on by Harrison Smith. The face wash. He'll be down at the 1. And Wilson just having all day to throw. They're going to force him to a field goal. This is making 24-0. And it's good. So 24-0. We got to do something here. Non-existent. I formation. Wilson given to the fullback. Fullbacks walks in. Untouched. Touchdown Jets. And it's almost like this game is scripted. Don't want the Minnesota Vikings to win as the field goal is good, 31-0. And yeah, it's, oh boy. It's not good. Still a gainer. Ritter shotgun gets the snap. Throws. caught. Thielen going for the first down, and he got it. And they're going to go no huddle again. So Minnesota having some life here. Ritter, shotgun, gets the snap. Seemingly the same play to Thielen again. Thielen! Touchdown! He's going to call his team over. What are they going to do? And Adam Thielen will score a baseball jump, and he's doing his thing. Hit your dance, well. Hit your dance, well. So Ritter, let's give them something to cheer about. The New York Jets offense seems very, very unfazed, as they should be, but Minnesota cheers for the first time in this one. It is not a blowout, and Joey Sly's kick is good, 31-7. And Kendricks, you see him trying to get himself hyped up and focused. They really need a good second half of football here in Minnesota. Another kneel down. And Breece Hall. One more yard to get 1,000 on the year. We'll see if he can do it here. Hey, that rhymed. So the Jets coming out in the shotgun. They got Breece Hall and Mr. 999 to the right. He throws. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth Jr. just got his second. This one's going for 6. Andrew Booth Jr. 2 interceptions on the season, both in this game, and this one goes for 6. He undercut the f***ing out of that route. My God. Andrew Booth Jr. in the slot. Runs it back. Oh, Nelly. Call it a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. Call it what you will. Minnesota's on the board. 14 unanswered pending the kick. It's good. And so here's Everson Griffin, the veteran, the father of this defense, if you will. And there's Anthony Barr congratulating the young man. 2 interceptions. That is always a great thing to see. Oh, Nelly. So Joey Sly puts his right leg into this one, into the covered sky of Minneapolis, and will be brought down again. Touch back out to the 25 they go. Giving these guys cushions, I don't understand. Anyway, 3rd down, Minnesota Vikings needs a stop. Let's see if we can get in here. Oh, Harrison Smith, late start, but he's going to catch up to him. Breece Hall, you're going nowhere. Harrison Smith, late start, kind of didn't get the cadence right, but Kendricks bailed him out. And Desmond Ritter starting some chants right behind the Minnesota Vikings bench. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there you go. Kendricks and Smith taking, Kevin O'Connell getting fired up. Loss of a couple, and here comes the first punt for man today. Wang Wu stands back near his own 15. He's going to get it. Oh, break it. Doesn't break it, but he'll carry the defender for 5 yards, and out comes this Minnesota Vikings offense. Last drive for Ritter, 5 for 5, 76 yards. The touchdown to Thielen. Obviously going to be facing the blitz from here on out is Cousins. Throws, undercut again. You guys have got to come back for the ball. Nobody comes back for the ball. This is going to go for 6 unless, there's 6. If you're Adam Thielen, you come back for that. You don't let... I just have no idea what's going... Yeah, you cannot let the guy get behind you. He just let him get behind him. Jeez, you guys. So there's a pick 6, 37-14, just when Minnesota was getting some momentum. And I do believe, and there's a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker on the defense, and I don't think it will matter as it's 38-14. And here we are for the halftime break. Low-key was feeling a comeback. Yes, indeed. We were until we weren't. Minnesota gets the ball back. Opportunity to make this thing 38-21. Still plenty of football left. I mean, a comeback is highly unlikely. as you do need 24 points. But, I mean, we've seen this defense score 24 points in a game, so maybe history will repeat itself. Desmond Ridder, your leader in rating, 53.3. He is 15 for 26, 187, 1 touchdown, 6 picks. I was wrong. We have 8. Oh, my heavens. Kirk Cousins, 6 for 9. Nice. 92 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 picks. Dalvin Cook, 15 carries, 62 yards. You might think that's not good, but, I mean, he just ran for 305 last game. He's obviously not being used for a reason. Just don't know what that is. In the receiving game, Adam Thielen, 9 for 149 and a touchdown. KJ Osborne getting in the mix here with Justin Jefferson out, 6 catches, 73 yards. Tyler Johnson, 2 for 39. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's the league-leading, team-leading Eric Hendricks with 7. Sean Smith with 4. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch. 2 for Kendricks, 2 for Smith, both on 3rd down and 4th down conversions, being thwarted by them. Lewis Seen and Jordan Hicks each had 1. Sacks, none to speak of. Interceptions, we had 2, both by Andrew Booth Jr. One of them returned for a touchdown. And that is how Minnesota shapes up, with Joey Sly getting an easy day. 2 extra points made and attempted. So 100% for him. You're going to need help. This team had totally come in here down and out. You get the 6-3 Patriots. And we're like, okay, well, this I'm not going to be we're going to lose this game on Thanksgiving in front of, the nation. 8:30 primetime spot. We come out with a victory at the half last week. It was 30-9. And then you get the gosh darn Jets, who a worse record here. And completely different story. So still anybody's football game. You just got to have accuracy at the quarterback position, and you maybe don't lean on Dalvin so much. I don't know. Maybe get Wongwu or Chandler tied in, and we'll see if they can do anything. Minnesota Vikings second half football coming at you next. Metellus is in as a linebacker. Wilson looking, flushed, throws, and I mean, you got to turn your head to the freaking ball. That was a gimme interception for Smith, and he just gives up on it. So Wilson backpedaling, throws it down the field, and he just waits for him to catch it. What? So Wilson to Wilson again, and this team is done for the year. Pack it in. It's over. It is over here in Minnesota. And the kick is good. A no-huddle situation yet again. Seemingly the same play. Adam Thielen, man in motion. He's going to pull it down. Throws it to Thielen. Thielen caught. Fighting, clawing, scratching down to the 1. They're going to go no-huddle. So now what do you do? Kirk Cousins calling out protections. Another end around. And this time Adam Thielen will get in. He calls his team over once again. And Adam Thielen's second overall touchdown. What are they doing? What is this? Okay, well, I don't know what that is, but Adam Thielen. Great blocking, Irv Smith Jr. and Minnesota moving company, and here we go. To make it 45-21. It's something, yes indeed. It is something. Oh, Brian O'Neill goes down. Oh boy. 3rd down, Minnesota playing press coverage to the outside. Man in motion. Flushed is Wilson, and Anthony Barr will bring him down. Wilson ran into a bar today. Anthony Barr And if he wasn't going to get him, I don't know who could have. Danielle Hunter was a couple steps behind. My goodness. Got to believe Anthony Barr would have slowed him enough for Hunter to get there, but here we go. So the MILF Hunter almost gets hunted by Danielle. The kick to make it 51-21 is good. 30-point lead for the Jets. I might get fired for that. Let me zip my lip. So 51-21, 8:28 left to go here in the fourth. There's the kick. Wang Wu will wave his hand and watch it go out the back of the end zone. Minnesota comes back out onto this hollowed ground. We'll see what they want to do here. Audio issues continuing. Cousins shotgun. Dalvin to his left. It's a snap. It's a setup screen. Dalvin has blockers and he gets into the open field. Big gainer there for Dalvy. First down, Minnesota. Cousins, shotgun, gets the snap. Throws, picked. It's a pick six. And that was just a bad read by Cousins, and Hall is second. Will bring it back. Oh boy. Bryce Hall again. 2 interceptions, both of them amassing 12 points for this Jets defense. My goodness. There you have it. Andrew Booth coming across. It will not matter. 58-21. Cousins gets the snap. Throws. Caught Dan Chisena, his first NFL catch. So Dan Chisena does what not Dalvin, but Adam Thielen couldn't do and come back for the ball. It's going to be 4th and inches. You got to believe they're going to go for it, right? You just got to believe. Got to know what you have here. CJ Ham gets this one again. This time he's going to get it, getting the first down. And here's no huddle. Cousins throws. It goes to the lineman. But he doesn't bring it in. What in the world? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, L. All right. Let's get out of here. Randy needs to go to bed. A lot to take away from this game. Both good and bad, and we'll go over it all momentarily. There's Zach Wilson. And Kirk Cousins just looks deflated. He looks tired. Meeting up with some of the offensive linemen. Look at him. He's just moping around the field. Your score from US Bank, 58-21. 16 QB pressures. 10 interceptions thrown between the two quarterbacks, and this defense, which is amassed for a little over half the... Harrison Smith maybe contemplating retirement. Randy Replay would not blame him in the slightest. As I was saying, Minnesota Vikings defense only has one player that scored points today, and he amassed for over 75% of the points. That's Andrew Booth Jr., 2 pick sixes, giving us 12 of our 21 points. So maybe not 75, but it's like 60%. Quick math is hard. And then, of course, Minnesota scoring a touchdown to Adam Thielen, who had a monster day. Just really overshadowed with how bad this offense played today. Once again, the story of the game was the defense holding them to just 30% on third down, 4 for 13. That's all fine and dandy. 1 for 2 on fourth. But if you can't do anything with it on offense, once your defense gives you that, but I mean, we held this team scoreless. Oh, never mind. That's ours. We did not hold this team scoreless at any point in the game. Minnesota did not score in the first or the fourth quarter. Had we, it would have been a little bit closer. I don't think it would have mattered much, but you're 1 for 6 in the red zone if you're Minnesota, throwing, I do believe it was 3 picks down there, and only walking away with a field goal, penalized 3 times. It is what it is. For your Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins edges out Desmond Ridder in the QB rating game, 54.9. He was 30 for 43. That is 69%. Nice. Completion percentage, for those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. Kirk Cousins keeps it up with 345 yards, no touchdowns, 4 picks on the day. Desmond Ridder, 15 for 26, 187. 1 touchdown, 6 picks for him as well. So we also forced 2 interceptions from Zach Wilson, for whatever it's worth. Dalvin Cook, 16 carries, 71 yards. He was pulled after the first half. Rightfully so. A guy that gets the carries 52 times. You're down big. Why not give way to some of these younger guys? And they really didn't do too much. Kenny Nwangwu, 6 for 13. Adam Thielen, 2 for 7. He did have that touchdown on the end round. CJ Ham, 2 for 4. Kirk Cousins, 1 for nothing. Adam Thielen in this game, 20 catches, 257 yards and a touchdown. That's got to be pretty close to a single game record. I didn't even know how many he had. We don't have the best stat analyst here mid-game for the Minnesota Vikings, and it's proven because I didn't know that Dalvin didn't have the record last week, and I didn't know that Adam Thielen had 20 catches coming out of this one. So there you go. Big. It's for sure a season high and probably a franchise high. But my goodness, what does it matter if you lose the game? It's nice to see, though, that Adam Thielen, in lieu of the Jefferson injury, is kind of feasting as he should. 9-year veteran out of Minnesota State. KJ Osborne has his coming out game as he returns back to Minnesota. 9 catches, 98 yards. Tyler Johnson, 4 for 81. Seems to be his wheelhouse. That's where he ends up when he's not being buried by JJ. Dalvin Cook, 4 for 26. Irv Smith Jr., 3 for 35. Colin Johnson, first couple catches in purple. 2 for 23. Ty Chandler's 1 catch for -2. Dan Chisena gets his first catch in the NFL, goes for 18. Kenny Nwangwu, 1 for -4. And Viridian Lowe, the left tackle, targeted, had a drop. So trying to get in some trickery there. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense and look at total tackles, and it's Eric Kendricks. We have to say it. League leading, team leading, tackle leader with 18. Harrison Smith with 13. Lewis Seen with 11. Jordan Hicks with 9. Everson Griffin with 7. Patrick Peterson with 6. And Ndamukong Suh with 5. Metellus Rhodes with 4. Wilkes Barr Booth. Can we just say that it's very nice seeing Kenny Wilkes getting some playing time? I would like to see more of Harrison Phillips. But maybe we'll see that as we come down the stretch here, especially if we get out of this homestand with only 1 win in 3 games. So, doesn't get any easier from here on out. Anthony Barr, Andrew Booth Jr. in his first start this season gets 3. He also had 2 picks. Both go for scores. And Daniil Hunter with 3 as well. KJ Osborne also had 3 apparently. I don't know how that works. Jordan Hicks, tackles for loss, by the way. Jordan Hicks, Eric Kendricks each had 3. Harrison Smith with 2. Wilkes Barr, Seen, and Sue each with 1. Sacks, we only got 1. Zach Wilson ran into a bar today. Interceptions, we got 2 of the aforementioned Andrew Booth Jr. variety. Both going for touchdowns. No pass deflections, no forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, no fumble yards. No block kicks, no safeties, and 1 defensive touchdown for Minnesota Vikings defense. And this one, Joey Sly, easiest day of any kicker, 3 for 3 on extra points. That's it. Hunter Nice Wonder, 2 punts, 93 yards, netting 68. None of them inside the 20. He had one that bounced into the end zone, could have been down, but Andrew Booth Jr. was just a little bit too slow. And the kick return, 6 kick returns for Wongwu. Excuse me. For 135, longest of 27. Punt returns, he had 2 for 10. Longest of 8, so only forcing 2 punts today. Coming down the stretch, magic numbers 6. Minnesota sitting there at 2. You think they're going to climb to 3, putting themselves in a good position to go on the road and face 4 of their last 5. Wait, 3 of their last 5 on the road, sorry. But in a big must-win game, they stumble a bit. As you can see from the scores by quarter chart, Minnesota was never in this one. A couple things to go over when we get back to the main screen. We will do that in just a moment, but we have to let you know the preceding was a presentation of the NFL and the SSN. Any rebroadcast, restream, or redistribution, or reusing of this broadcast is strictly prohibited by the NFL, the SSN, and its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. I'll see you in just a minute. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. You can see it. Minnesota falls to double-digit losses this season. 2-10 now. We got the 5-7 Lions on the draw next. And then we are in Ford Field for that one. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, we come home for 2 against the Colts and Giants. Normally, I would say winnable games, but what even is a winnable game anymore? The Lions have lost. They fall to 5-7, so coming off of a loss after a 4-game win streak, they are desperate for a win. The Bears have lost, so the 1-game third-place gap is still there. We're a game back out of third, 3 games rather, out of second. And Minnesota has to make a decision on quarterback. I do believe that it is my humblest opinion that the answer is Desmond Ridder. Despite the interceptions, I do believe that those legs can get you out of a couple sack situations where otherwise Kirk could not, and just save you a little bit of field position. But Dalvin Cook should be rested up for next week. We have to hit him hard, hit him often with Dalvin Cook. Yeah, so as we look at the playoff picture, see if anything changed. It really didn't. On the NFC side, the Colts still in there at the 4th seed. The Browns are at the 7th. So the NFC side looks relatively similar. We're going to take a look at the league schedule. And we're going to see what the magic number is now. Actually, we can take a look at the standings for that. If you want to bring me there, please. For the NFC, okay, so the Commanders lose. So it is still 6 wins, but the problem is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are within 1 game back of that 7th seed. And you still have 4 games to go. So, I mean, really, anybody from the Eagles on, it's still anybody's game here. So there, yeah, the Lions just lost 1 after winning 4 in a row. They're desperate. They're 2-5 at home. It is very, very important to note. 2-5 at home. The Vikings are, of course, 1-6. But we'll be on the road where we are 1-4. So doesn't bode well for Minnesota. Yeah, so the Bears, it's a mess here in the NFC. It is a mess. As we take a look at the projected draft order, it is Vikings still holding that 2nd spot. So, decision-making time. in Minnesota. The Bills come off a game where they almost won as well. They remain 0-12, and the Falcons, of course, are 4-6, I do believe. They're on a bye. So Falcons draw the bye here. Minnesota's at Detroit, and the other team that we follow, the Jets, who just beat the Vikings, climbing to 6-6, are in Buffalo, who have the number one quarterback in the NFL in terms of yardage, Joshua Allen. Xavier Rhodes, Cam Dantzler still at the top of the league in interceptions, with Tre'Davious White right behind him. Xavier Rhodes, this was his first game without an interception this season. He leads the league with 15. Other than that, we did notice some good things, some reoccurring things with the defense. Third down defense was a little sketchy, but as the game went on, they kind of settled in and got good. Putting it in the young kids' terms. Yeah, I mean, you come out here, maybe I don't jinx it and say a very winnable game anymore, but you have a Detroit team with a losing record. They're desperate. They're second in the division. Packers amassing 10 wins on the season. We're happy for you. Not really. So the NFC North, even if we win out, will not be the Minnesota Vikings' destiny. As we look ahead, 3 of the next 5 games are on the road, and 3 of those, all of those road games are divisional opponents. So we have a chance to make some headway. We play the Bears in the last game of the season. This hypothetically could come down to a 3rd place in the division. Depending on how we play, it could come down for the wild card. There's just so many factors here. The Minnesota Vikings need to win out, and they need help. But good to know that magic number is still 6, and with 5 games left, the best we could do is 7. So not looking too good for the Minnesota Vikings. And then if you're looking at the draft, if you're looking ahead for the draft, if you get more than what was it, 4 wins? If you get more than 4 wins, you have the possibility of losing out on CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. Unless if they fall to you, of course, or you trade up on draft day to get them. It's obvious Minnesota has QB struggles, and they're going to need to address that at some point. It's just sad that with everything that's on the line this season, it's gone the way it's went. Anyway, we've been rambling too much. There are a lot of storylines, a lot at stake here as we enter into playoff season. Whew. 7th seed with 6 wins. That's crazy. Anyway, this has been Randy Replay. We will see you in the next one.